Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is Sarah, and if you've been following me for a while, you probably have noticed that I went from traveling a lot to completely settling down and living on like a farm in the middle of the nowhere in Colombia, and back to traveling. So I thought I would kind of talk about this today because I think I might have confused people on what my actual objective is for travel or this channel. So I've really been struggling with, since I left my farm, mainly because me and my boyfriend broke up, and I am not a citizen here. Obviously, I was on a tourist visa, so for me keeping something and not knowing if I was going to be able to come back to it, because depending on how long my visa is, right now I'm on a tourist visa, I had to decide what to do. And basically between the two of us, we decided that we didn't own the farm and we were just renting, that it was best to not keep it because he didn't want to be there, and I did, but my visa situation is unstable. Of course, now since then they've passed the digital nomad visa that I can apply and stay up to 2 years, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. It's a totally different topic. But since I last year settled down, basically, I stopped traveling between 2020 and last year. It really made me realize how I do want to find a home base. So one of like the motives behind me traveling all around Colombia is because, do I want to stay in Colombia and try to buy a farm? That was kind of like the original premise of starting to make a lot of videos like almost a year and a half ago, was because I did want to find somewhere to buy in Colombia. This is I still want to. Well, I want to buy land somewhere. I'm not sure if I want to buy in Colombia or another country, but the best way for me to find out is to go to these little towns, because I want to live in a small town. I have zero desire to live in a big city, but also I want to be close to a big city. Like before we were about 4 hours away from Medellin, which was fine. To me, that's plenty of closeness. I mean, it can be a little bit closer. I'm gonna go check out Bucaramanga because I'm currently in Santander, and I want to see if I like this area or if there's a lot of things for sale. Because the other day I was talking to a couple who had recently bought, and if you do buy here, you can get a visa. There's a way to do it. So I thought it was impossible, but they did tell me there's a way, and the girl's willing to help me if I still want to buy something here in Colombia, which like I said, I'm not 100% sure about because I'm a little bit unsettled. I'm feeling very unsettled lately, and I'm not sure which direction to go. If I should, I don't know, suck it up and go back home, buy and start farming there, or if I continue and look for a farm here, which would be more difficult. Definitely people who expatriate like for real and do the visa and go through all the steps, it is a difficult process, especially when you're alone and you're single doing it. It's harder because knowing that I would have to do everything, but it's also exciting because I know I have to do everything. And here in Colombia, the land is so fertile, and I can have my bees and my chickens and like build a house, and I could hire locals to help me, or get volunteers or whatever. But that's the original. When I started traveling, I knew that I eventually wanted to settle down somewhere. I just didn't realize I would keep coming back to Colombia because I just love this country and it's beautiful. And just as long as you don't go on the Facebook expats page who make you think it's a horrible, horrible place. And there's so many videos about Colombia that make me want to scream. And that's kind of one reason I post so many videos about the countryside, because there is more to Colombia than Medellin and Bogota and Cartagena. I'm sorry to tell you. There is so much more, and the people are amazing everywhere, and they are always super, super welcoming. I have never felt unwelcome in Colombia the entire time, and I've been coming here off and on and living here for the past like 3 years. So in case you're wondering, just don't go on those toxic, vile pages, and don't watch the toxic, vile sex fats that make me want to rip my hair out and giving everything a bad name about living here. I can tell you, as a single traveler, living here, that I do not have problems. I'm also street smart. I know when to do something, when not to do something. I'm very aware of my surroundings, and you have to be a traveler. So back to feeling a bit unsettled, and I've been fast traveling and it is driving me nuts. So today I'm in a hotel in Socorro, and it's beautiful. It's part of Santander. Their accent is different. They can't understand my Spanish, but that's like gonna be anywhere you go. I just left a super cute town, Mangui, and it was in the mountains, too cold for me. So the things I'm looking for is warm, like I can have this on without being cold, and things grow, and there's land for sale. And one thing I've noticed in this town, there are lawyers everywhere. So I'm thinking about going. I saw a bunch of lawyers, and I saw a bunch of places that have fincas for sale. So I think I might stop in tomorrow and ask them the process. So we'll see about foreigners buying land, which I know you can. I just want to be able to stay here more than 6 months out of a year. I'm gonna invest the money, and I don't know, just with everything happening right now in the world, I just want a place, a safe haven. Not that it would be safe, because nothing is guaranteed, especially when you buy land abroad or in the US. Apparently I saw something how, anyways, totally different subject. But so yeah, so first of all, I think that if you come to Colombia, definitely leave Medellin, because there's so much more to Colombia. And if you are kind of been backpacking and traveling for a long time, we do eventually get tired. As you can see, a lot of travelers do end up settling down places for short periods of time, like I did for a year, but then it gets addicting because you get comfortable, or you like where you're at, and then you want to stay, and then the country you can either, and then figuring out how to do it when you're not retirement age. If you're a retiree, it's much easier than someone like me who's in between. But I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. I want to go visit another country to make sure. So I think right now I'm on a hunt for where do I want to settle down and live, with a keeping my options open, basically. So yeah, unfortunately that my relationship did not work out, and I didn't really want to talk about it because I was very upset about it. Yeah, but anyways, that is how life goes. Not everything works out. So, and even if it did work out, I was still in the same situation of tourist visa, maybe apply for a digital nomad visa, or buying land visa. I need to look into them all to figure out what I can do. I do know there is ways in investing in businesses, and if I get a farm, that would be like a business investment. I don't know, so we're gonna see. So, but I love small towns in Colombia, and I'm encouraging everyone to please go visit, because there's just so much more to this country than one city. And yeah, so this is gonna be, I'm gonna try to do uploads. Oh my god, a friend of mine told me to upload every day. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Number one, Wi-Fi in small towns is not great, and number two, I don't know if I have that much to talk about. So drop me a question if you have like questions for living in Colombia, or questions about anything. I think I'm gonna do a video on traveling and how to deal with loneliness next. We'll see if I can remember. But yeah, for now. And then I'll just randomly show you around random towns here in Colombia that I'm in and that are beautiful, like this view right here. So thanks, don't forget to subscribe, and that's all I got for you today. Bye, ciao.